Sometimes I'm worried about the things I cannot know, but sometimes it feels so good. Money don't matter if it feels for you. Money don't matter if you're hard home. Money don't matter if it feels for you. I used to worry every day, now I got better things.
Welcome to the GeekBAH Reviews website. I'm the GeekBAH Brent Houserman, here with my introduction. Well, I'm going to just tell you a little bit about myself right now, and to basically start off these introductions for the website. I am 21 years old and I live in Michigan. I have been doing these reviews not very long, probably about a year I've been doing reviews in general. And it's pretty much been simple things, simple games, movies, anime, that kind of thing. I've been doing writing a lot, and my writing tends to focus on mythology and a lot of medieval times. Like, I did a recent fan fiction story, I finished it, based on the Elder Scrolls games. It's called The Elder Scrolls Kalheim, The Dark Prophecy, if you ever want to look it up. I am a gamer. I love video games. I've been playing for pretty much all my life that I can remember. I play all kinds of different styles too, all genres, all systems, doesn't matter to me. However, I do tend to focus a lot more on Nintendo than anything else because it's what I grew up with. Games like the game series like Pokemon, Legend of Zelda, Mario, those are the franchises that I have grown up with and grown to love. But I also play on the PC games like League of Legends and Skyrim and Oblivion. I play on my Xbox 360. I have plenty of games. Injustice. I have a lot of games I've played. For the next generation, I want to get a PS4 because Microsoft kind of turned me off with their entire presentation of the Xbox One. And yeah, that's about all I can say for gaming. As for anime, for being an otaku, which is anime, manga, and gaming as well, I have been in anime for a long time. I started when One Piece was originally shown in the 4Kids dub on Cartoon Network back in the day. And even though I look back now and I hate the 4Kids dub, it's really what got me into anime. I mean, I watched Pokemon before that, but that was long before I even knew it was an anime. So, One Piece has easily become one of my favorites. It was, in fact, my favorite until just recently when it was, actually surpassed by an anime called Naoki Urasawa's Monster, which is an amazing drama, and it's a definite must-see if you haven't. But I'm into, like with games, I'm into all kinds of anime, all genres, all styles. Doesn't really matter to me, as long as there's a few things that I consider. For anime to be good, in my opinion, it has to have great writing, a great cast of characters, has to have great art. I mean, the art has to be good. I mean, sometimes that can be forsaken if the rest of it is just so good that it overcomes the art. But usually the art has to be good. And, I mean, it can be different styles of art. It doesn't have to be like monster-style art to be good. I mean, I'm into all kinds of things, so it doesn't really matter to me. As long as it is good, it flows naturally, and it feels like it works for the show. Some of my favorite anime, just off the top of my head, besides One Piece and Monster, which I've already mentioned, Higurashi no Nakukoro ni Kai, which is the second series in the Higurashi franchise of anime. There's Rurouni Kenshin, Bakuno, Durarara, and so many others I could name. There are some anime, though, that I don't like, that honestly I feel like I should. One of them is Inuyasha. Inuyasha has the makings for a great anime. Has wonderful animation, has great characters, and it even has a good story. honestly, I think what they did wrong, at least in my eyes, is pacing. I think it was just too boring and slow. And it's one of those animes that is really long, and it feels like it's really long. I mean, One Piece, one of my favorite animes. It's 600 over 600 episodes in, and it really doesn't feel like it because it's really good. I mean, it doesn't go by like that, but you know it's long. But it's just really good and keeps you interested every step of the way. Inuyasha was just really boring and really couldn't keep my interest like that. So, besides that, besides anime, besides gaming, besides writing and all that, I'm your typical college student. I go to classes, I work at Wendy's, minimum wage, nothing special. I go to church on Wednesdays and Sundays. Sometimes I'm not able to make it on Wednesday, depends if I can get a ride, because I don't drive. It's not that I don't want to drive, really, it's more that I just don't want to pay to take driver's training. And I feel that driver's training is necessary. So, besides that, I'm just average. I mean, I don't have a lot of friends outside of church and all, but the ones I do are really close to me, and I spend as much time with as I can. One of them lives in Flint, the other one lives, I think, in Frankenmuth, and the one that lives in Frankenmuth is Nick Babachenko. I hope I pronounced that right. You saw Nick in my Yumicon reviews. I've mentioned him multiple times. We watch anime almost every night when we can. My friend that lives in Flint, Derek, I haven't really mentioned him. He's sort of into anime and gaming, but I don't think he's as big with it as like me or Nick is. And I rarely see him at all. I don't even talk to him as much anymore just because I can't. I try to talk to him and see him as much as I can, but it's just really hard when we live so far away. What else can I say about myself? I live in a pretty, well, I wouldn't say it's a typical family, but in America these days, it's not that untypical. And I have a father and a mother and a brother and a sister. It's 5 people in our family in total. I live with my father and my brother, and it's fine. I mean, my dad doesn't make a lot of money. I definitely don't. My brother doesn't work. He's only in his first year of high school. My mother is separated from my father, and she's living with my sister over on the other side of the state. And so there's some issues there, but it's not like we're unhappy. It's not like my parents are like completely unhappy with each other. I mean, we'll still get together, have dinner every now and then, see each other, whatnot. It's just we're living separately. The guy's on one side, the girl's on the other side of the state. Let's see. What else can I talk about? I mean, there's so much, but at the same time, it's really hard to think of stuff. Oh, I am a brony. Some people might not think that about me, especially if they meet me, but I am actually a brony, a fan of My Little Pony. To be specific, a brony is a male fan, usually teenage or adult, of the My Little Pony shows or franchise. There's 3 different kinds of bronies. I could go into a lot, but there's really only 3 that really need to be discussed. And sorry about that, my dog is barking at every little thing he does that. But there's the hipster brony. The hipster brony is basically like into the entire franchise and big into the old stuff as well. They liked it before it was cool. You get the entire idea. The casual brony, as I forgot what this one video called it I saw. But the casual brony is basically like someone who kind of wasn't interested in it and really didn't see the pull of it for anyone but young girls, but then when they started watching it, it just really drew them in. That's me. I'm one of those. And then there's the creative brony. They're the ones who are really into it, where they get on the complete end, where they do fan fictions, fan art, make music, even some videos. I mean, there's videos, all kinds of spectrum. Like Snowdrop is an amazing My Little Pony fan video. But then there's the other side of the spectrum, Smile HD, which is just terrifying, but hilarious at the same time. So, enough about my bronyism. What else can I say? Well, I guess with my gaming, I didn't mention it before. Sorry if I do that. It's my dog. But I am a casual gamer. I game for fun and basically just to relax and enjoy myself. I don't game competitively. I don't do all the tournaments and stuff. And I'll do a tournament occasionally, but I don't really do it all the time, and I don't make my money off gaming. I'm not one of those hardcore ones. But yeah, I mean, I would consider that about all I can really say. I like a lot of movies, a lot of cartoons, a lot of regular TV shows. I like a lot of stuff. There's just too much to go over. I only have a 15-minute cap on this video because YouTube is weird like that. At least for me. But yeah, that's about all I can really say. I mean, you don't have to upload a video like I did with your introduction. You can just type something out. It's really up to you. This is just my way of doing it. Anyways, it's coming up on a time. I just have to finish this up. So, I guess that's about it. I will see you for my next video.